In this video, we'll walk you through the proper methods for preparing Dekra Villa tile panels. Dekra Villa tile provides the ageless beauty of clay tile with the unsurpassed strength of stone-coated steel. The barrel shape of Dekra Villa tile is perfect for Spanish or Roman designs. We'll review what you need to know before getting started with your Dekra installation, including the tools you'll need and how to measure and cut panels. For deck preparation and underlayment instructions, refer to the installation guide or visit Dekra.com. This information is intended as a guide for the installation of Dekra Villa tile. Please adhere to the recommended safety practices and refer to local codes.
Let's get started with the tools that you'll need to install Dekra Villa tile. Dekra panels and components are best cut with tin or aviation snips, a steel roof panel cutter shear, or a power saw with cool cut metal cutting blade. In all cases, wear eye protection. Over a prepared deck, position 2 stacked 2x2s flush along the rake gables, up the center of the hips, and along the ridges. Install Dekra channel at rake gable, roof to wall, and along both sides of the 2x2s at the hip. Fasten to deck by positioning fasteners just inside the last rib. Make sure the Dekra channel extends beyond the fascia at least 1 inch or onto a lower roof area. Valley metal should be a minimum 16 inches wide, with a minimum center upstand of 3 1/4 inches. Install Dekra Valley along all valleys. Fasteners should be positioned outside of the last rib on either side of the Dekra Valley. Make sure the end of the Villa Valley extends beyond the fascia at least 1 inch or onto a lower roof area. Install a 1x4 behind the first course of panels. The front edge of the 1x4 should be 15.5 inches back from the edge of the fascia. Fasten the 1x4 to the deck using screws. Fasten the first course of panels through the pre-punched fastening tabs to the 1x4s using minimum number 9 hex, 1/4 inch hex head, by 1.5 inch long screws that will fit flush to the panel and are long enough to penetrate the deck securely. Only fasten the back of the first course of panels. The nose of the first course will be fastened after installing a minimum of 2 courses and the Villa bird stop eave is in place. Fastening sequence when installing right to left, position panel screws in the 1, 3, 2 positions. If installing left to right, position the panel screws in the 4, 2, 3, 1 positions. Panels will be laid out and fastened starting at the fascia and working up to the ridge. Start the second course with a cut panel. Measure panels and make cuts accordingly so the cut edge starts or terminates in the Dekra channel or Villa Valley. Panels can be cut from either side. Attach the second and subsequent courses of panels by locking the front of each panel into the back of the panel below. Fasten each panel to the deck through the pre-punched fastening tabs along the back of the panels. Make sure you overlap at least 1 barrel and that the nose of the panel is pulled flush and tight with the panel below. Along both sides of the hips, cut Villa panels to fit into the Dekra channel. Fit the panel into place and screw down. When installing Villa panels along the rakes and gables, the panels will terminate into the Dekra channel. Continue installing the panels course by course up to the 2x2s at the ridge. When installing Villa panels along the valleys, the panels will terminate into the Villa Valley. Measurements for valley cuts are made much like the hip cuts. Measure and cut the panels carefully so they fit tight against the Villa Valley. Install the panels course by course up to the 2x2s at the ridge. Cut the back of the last, top, course so that it fits tight against the 2 stacked 2x2s at the ridge. Use a hand bender to turn up the pan portion of the villa panel where it meets the 2x2s. Counterflash with bird stop ridge. Install the villa bird stop ridge by lining it up with the back of the cut panel and attaching it to stacked 2x2s. After installing a minimum of 2 courses above the eaves, install the villa bird stop eave. Stone-coated villa bird stop eave is required along the fascia. The villa bird stop eave must be notched where it terminates into the Decra channel. The fasteners will go through the nose of the panel and bird stop eave and into the deck. Continue to install villa bird stop eave along all eaves, overlapping and fastening every 10 inches. Install tile hip and ridge pieces along the rake gables, hips, and ridges. At fascia, cover open end of tile hip and ridge with a tile end cap. Overlap the hip and ridge pieces and fasten through the top, down into the 2 stacked 2x2s. Use a roofing grade sealant or adhesive and a touch-up kit to finish at transition between hips and ridge. Start by measuring from the full panel below the chimney up to the base of the chimney. Cut panels to fit this area. Using a hand bender, bend each pan up and fasten the panels. Use the Decra channel along the left and right of the chimney and counterflash with side flashing. Extend the Decra channel 4 to 6 inches out over the top of the first panel below the chimney. When flashing a sidewall, use Decra channel and side flashing. Seal Decra channel to the wall with a roofing grade sealant or adhesive. Apply sealant to the side flashing before attaching to the wall. Roof penetrations should be flashed by installing standard roof jacks over a corrosion-resistant underpan, which drains over the panel immediately below or as required by code. Use the villa underpan to properly flash pipe penetrations. Cut the underpan to fit tightly around the plumbing stack. The villa underpan must fit tight over the lower field panel when positioned around the pipe. Install the pipe flashing apron so it fits onto the underpan. Apply a roofing grade sealant adhesive on top and both sides. Finish with the field panel by measuring and cutting the panel to fit tight around pipe flashing. Cut a hole in the panel according to the flashing profile. Align roofing panel and seal around base using a roofing grade sealant adhesive and finish with touch-up kit.
Thank you for watching our guide on installing Decra Villa Tile. If you have any questions, be sure to check out our knowledge base. It's an online library with resources like estimating sheets and marketing materials. We take pride in providing top-tier customer service and are happy to answer any questions you may have. Whether you're new to Decra or already installing, be sure to join the Decra Contractor Network for exclusive highlights and news. Thank you.